Good morning, guys. We're here at the Asian Ruby Grand Central Hotel. It's like 6:45 in the morning. Breakfast here at most of the hotels, as I can tell, starts at about 6:30. Usually they go till like 10 or 11 o'clock. We are currently here on the 8th floor. Not quite the rooftop, but pretty close. The decor is actually pretty nice here. It's a nice and lovely place. We have the breakfast buffet there. So, about to review that for you guys. So let's have a look at what they've got. Okay, guys. Well, this is what I picked up so far. I wanted to try some of the things that weren't available at the other place. We're gonna start with this fried rice here because this looks a lot paler than normal, right? You're not used to this kind of color to it. But let's see if it's any less or more flavorful or different in any way. You can see the flecks of eggs in there that they use here. Okay, so this fried rice here. Is a lot blander. And I've kind of noticed that here. Like over here, everything is just like that. That's normal. They don't add a ton of salt to everything. And, well, I guess that's a big indication of health here, because yeah, salt is not a big ingredient other than dipping sauces, which you have a little bit more control over that, and you take a lot less of it when it's not on everything. Well, let's try this ramen here. Yeah, that's par for the course, really. Very, very similar to the fried rice in seasoning. Let's see if they do anything with the chicken. I think it's a little over grilled. It's a little dry. Though, to be fair, I normally say that with pretty much any white meat chicken, because I just don't like it as much. It's usually a lot drier than dark meat. I'd rather have a drumstick. So that's more of a my thing, but nothing majorly wrong with it. I recommend getting one of the extra dipping sauces for all this, like maybe, especially for the rice and the ramen, maybe pour it over, and for the meat, kind of dip it. But it's your standard grilled chicken there. It's not bad at all. Obviously, a little bland, a little dry, but that's not very different from most other places, really. But let's try this pork, because this pork actually looks. Actually, did I just get fat? I don't really see much meat, any meat actually. I just got the fatty portion. Huh. Let's have a look. Yep, that is like 95% fat. I didn't choose my pieces very well, did I? But to be fair, since there's almost no meat there, it's extremely tender. It's just mainly pork fat. But I don't know if it's just the natural pork flavoring or if they seasoned it differently, but the pork is actually a bit saltier. It's actually nice. I think that's what they do with the pork, because it does have a bit of almost like a skin to it that you've had to have added something to it. But yeah, that's these pieces that I got. It's just mostly fat. Like you can see a little bit of meat at the very end. Like it kind of ends here though. Can any of you guys guess what this is? It looks hairy. It's brown and hairy. Stringy, if you will. This is pork floss. Yep, all they do is they dry the pork out and shred it up like this. This is actually just pure pork, and obviously salt. Some of these items are heavily salted, like this pork floss here. So you're supposed to eat this with other stuff. So, you know, you're supposed to mix this in with soup, you know, with your rice and stuff like that. So, you know, that's one of the good things here is you have the option to flavor things the way you want because of all the sauces and additives, like the fermented stuff, the salted stuff, the dried stuff, where you kind of add it to your food, and you can change the flavor to however you want. So generally speaking, the main dishes are usually a lot blander because they want you to be able to alter the flavor however you want. But it is it's chewy, but once you get it in your mouth and it gets a little moist, no, it's not bad. It's you know, for a lot of people it may be quite salty because that's the way they do it. But it's actually really good. I love eating pork floss. But yeah, it is a lot of salt in there. You're supposed to mix it with other things. I do not recommend eating that all day by itself because that's not healthy. But let's try this fish paste. So the fish paste is seasoned quite well. There's almost no fishiness at all to it. The fish batter is actually quite nice. It's again milder than what you would normally assume, but it's quite good. I can't really compare it to the pork because all I had was pork fat. This, I'm not sure. It looks like a sweet potato on the outside, but do they come in yellow? But it really does just look like a sweet potato. But let's try it out. Yeah, it's starchy. Has a hint of sweetness. Maybe it's just a different color sweet potato, different kind of sweet potato over here. But yeah, it's your standard sweet potato flavor. That's good. I haven't had a sweet potato in a while. But for this is kind of the star of the show here. Can you guys guess what it is? It is, well, the thing is it's called different things in different areas, but essentially it's a 1,000-year-old egg. It's not really 1,000-year-old, but that's just what it's called. But yeah, it's essentially, well, actually it's done differently in different places too, but essentially what they do is they bury an egg in the ground for a while. That's kind of the gist of it. They let it get old, ferment, whatever you want to call it, and yeah, it has a pretty strong flavor, I believe. I haven't actually had this in a long time, so I don't exactly remember what it tastes like, but you know, let's see, because they left the shell on here. I don't know for decorative purposes, but that means I can't take a bite of it with my fork. I'm gonna have to pick it up by hand. Okay, but let me have a look here. Okay, so let's try it out, because if you can tell, the yolk is super goopy, if you will. Super gooey. Okay, so it does have a pretty strong smell to it. Has a bit of a stank. But flavor-wise, the yolk kind of just tasted like yolk. I don't know if my flavor palette isn't working this morning, but it kind of tastes like yolk. And the actual, well, used to be white portion of the egg is gelatinous. It's like Jello. It's literally the same texture as Jello. And well, let's see that again. It's essentially flavorless. The used to be white portion of it. So actually, that's not bad. Like, it looks weird. Well, it looks very weird, but to me, it doesn't. I don't know. Like I said, they're made differently in all different regions and all different countries, because it exists in multiple countries. But the one here, it doesn't taste bad at all. It absolutely doesn't. So yeah, definitely highly recommend for you to try it if you haven't tried it before, because this is probably the safest place for you to do it, because you know there's no overwhelming smell, there's no overwhelming flavor. It's just not bad at all. It's just not bad at all. And over here, I have that that fried cake thing that I had no idea what it was. I never know because it's usually never labeled. But if this is anything like the last one, it might be a rice cake ball, or it's not a ball, but a rice cake. Yep, it's a rice cake. So slightly sweet rice cake, which is pretty good. I love that because you know it's nice and crunchy on the outside. It's gooey on the inside. Hint of sweetness. Man, that is fantastic. Now I'm iffy about the cheese because it looks fancy. Is it cheddar? Is it American? I have no idea. Can't possibly be American, right? But let's have a taste. I have to guess this is cheddar because it looks like it comes from a block. It looks like they cut this. Yeah, that's cheddar. That's definitely cheddar. So nothing out of the ordinary there. Let's see if this this congealed luncheon meat is any better. And I know I shouldn't be saying the word congealed when describing food. It's not very appetizing, but you know, need to be accurate, right? Man, that's just like home, actually. That's just like your thick sliced ham. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Just it tastes just like home. Wow, that's fantastic. Let's try the sandwich because this is extremely Western. Oh, so it's not two sandwiches, it's just a double-decker. So a bit of ham, vegetables, and egg. Egg, that's not cheese, it's egg. Let's try it. It's hard to tell, but it is actually lightly toasted on the outside. So it's there's a bit of a crispiness outside. And yeah, it's a fresh sandwich. They put a lot of vegetables in here. When it comes to the vegetable to meat ratio, you know, there's a lot of vegetables in here, only 2 slices of meat. But, you know, you definitely taste it. It's good. It's, you know, considering it's part of a buffet and you can eat whatever you want, you know, this sure beats out going to another restaurant and order things separately. It's great. Okay. The tips of the bread, the edges, were a little dry. I think what they did was because it's toasted at such a low temperature as it looks like, they probably had to toast it a lot longer. This probably would be a little better if they toasted it at a higher temperature for a shorter amount of time. That'll make the outside crispy like this, but the inside won't be as dry. But overall, you know, definitely good. Now, one of the things that I noticed here, and I don't know if it's just like, you know, something around here, but if you have a look at the watermelon, it's red all the way to the core and all the way to the edge. It doesn't get lighter. It looks like the entire thing is sweet. Like, look at the edge. Look at the edge there. It's just the same color as everything else. Oh man, this one is super sweet. Holy crap. And it goes all the way to the edge. That is a good watermelon. Like, it's actually sweet all the way to the edge. It's actually really good. I really enjoyed that a lot. But you know, the thing is, man, I don't like to waste food, but I promise there is an omelet station. There is an omelet and waffle station. But yeah, like, you know, quite honestly, guys, like, everyone here has probably seen a bunch of different omelet and waffle stations before. The ingredients are pretty, it looks like it's pretty standard. So I'm not gonna order food just to, you know, take a bite and not eat it. I'm actually gonna do my best to finish what I have here, because I don't want to throw this away. Like, I'm normally not a breakfast person. I don't really eat much in the morning. So, you know, doing this is actually tough for me. It's not the easiest thing. I really need to get an actual spoon for the yogurt, because I didn't seem to get one. But, you know, it's your... Oh, it's not just an omelet station, it's a noodle station. So... But yeah, so just to have a quick overview of what the stations look like. I didn't want to get the jam, and no need to get the bread really. But you know, it's nice and clean and pretty standard affair. And we are outside, pretty much close to the rooftop area. The roof is right above us, but you know, you get your... Oh, the river is right there. The river is right there. Oh, it's such a shame that I am so busy today, because, well, I need to take a walk and do a bit of a walk, but that's not really easy for me. I have a lot to do today. This is pretty much the last day that I can practice the bike, or they call that here, but scooter, to start my ride. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so guys, I kind of forgot about one thing. I was so busy trying to have a look at the food that I forgot that they had a drink station. But they have your standard. Let's see here. But they have your standard cereals, as always, with any of the American crowd. But they also have a peach juice detox drink, which is water with some, it looks like watermelon inside, and some jasmine tea. So, and obviously you have your standard order coffee here. But yeah, I almost missed that the first time. Oh, this one is more liquidy. Okay, so this yogurt is softer. You actually drink this, I assume, because you have to, because the spoon does not fit at all. I tried. I looked like an idiot. The spoon is much bigger than the... Yep. Okay. So, cheers. Why is all the yogurt here so good? Why? I don't get it. This is way better than anything in America. It's so rich and creamy. It's... I wouldn't call it fruity, because it does taste like yogurt, but there's like a fruity flavor to it. And it's sweet, but like it's the perfect amount of sweet. It's not like your soda bottle sugar. It's not like your, like Greek yogurt. It's not like that at all. It's I can drink a million of these. The yogurt is amazing. But yeah, we are at the Asian Ruby Centerpoint Hotel. We are up here at 7 in the morning. Really nice decor with the bamboo up here, and it's real. It's really nice, really nice. Like the hotel, especially the lobby, looked amazing. Everything here was beautiful. The room I got had a gigantic bed, all the amenities. Actually, one thing I did notice this morning, because I didn't have to use it earlier during my review, other review, was that I didn't see hand soap. I actually didn't see hand soap in the amenities kit. So this morning, what I ended up doing was I used the body wash, which, you know, I think that's appropriate. It's, you know, it's made for cleaning your skin, which, you know, nothing wrong with that, right? I'm assuming. But yeah, other than that, everything is fantastic. Everything was fantastic. The room was a decent size, and oh, the pillows were so comfortable. They were enormous and dense and soft at the same time. Normally pillows hurt my neck, and I normally would never use pillows that large, but they were actually quite nice. They were big enough to go underneath my neck and everything. So yeah, guys, for less than $50, I think like 47, I believe, a night here. The reception was amazing. The girl that was up there, like, you know, upgraded me to a bigger room with a bigger bed, because, you know, she saw that I had come alone instead of with another person, because I had ordered 2 twin beds. So, you know, it's fantastic. And you are right in the center of District 1. You are right next to hotels that cost 3, 4, 5 times as much. You are right next to the river. You can walk and sightsee so many different places around here. And actually, my next location is actually 2 blocks away. So I'm going to be saying the same thing about that. Location-wise, it is fantastic. So, man, like, if you want the touristy attractions, if you want the high-end shops, if you want to go shopping, this is definitely the area to do that. There's, like, that's like, how do you stay in, like, a ritzy area, like, in the downtown area for 47? Yeah, somewhere around there. 47 a night in a hotel like this, with the amenities and this kind of food and breakfast. Like, I don't know how you get that. I don't know, because I don't know how long this is going to last, though. You never know with inflation and industrialization of the country. Things are moving quickly. They're building a lot, and things are, you know, becoming more and more expensive, as with any other place. But you know, but what things are right now, you guys have to take the chance, man. Just come here. Like, don't worry about the English. Like, most of the hotels in District 1 here, most people know pretty damn good English. They have to. There are a lot of tourists here. I saw a lot of you know, Americans, Australians, EU members. I saw Russians and a lot of Chinese people. So everyone comes here, like, you know. So they speak all sorts of languages around here, and definitely English is one of the big ones here, because, you know, they want to make money, right? They want the tourists. So a lot of people here will speak English. Not everyone at the hotel, obviously. You might have to ask around, but usually reception does, and you can ask them for help for anything. I've never had an issue with any of the reception here. Obviously the hostels didn't have reception, but very, very nice people. And, you know, just come here and enjoy your time. Like, I don't know if you want to be as stupid as me, changing hotels every single day, but, you know, if you want to try different places, you kind of have to do that, right? But yeah, I'm gonna try to finish my food here, and I will catch you guys later.